This episode can teach us how to care about animals' well-being, especially those who are forced to do some work. Through the ongoing Peduli Kuda Pekerja program, Jakarta Animal Aid Network, or JAAN's focus is not only on people's awareness for draft horses, they also concern about the life of their owners. We will visit JAAN's shelter to see Oliver, one of those rescued draft horses. And then there's a dog that was rescued from a slaughterhouse. We'll meet them all, only on the shelter. Work. A rugged word, which interpreted freely, can mean doing something, to make something, or make a living. When we're asked if work is important, the answer is of course yes. Some will say that it's even very important. To work like a horse is an expression we often say when we are working hard to achieve the best of something. Do you know why the idiom uses horse as the object? Horse is one of the most historically and economically important domesticated animals. They've been playing a role in transporting goods as well as people for thousands of years.
Sekarang delman itu udah hampir mau terlupakan Pak, gara-gara kebanyakan transportasi online. Sekarang mah paling bisa mulai akses narik juga mulai di bawah jam 10 gitu. Jauh lebih beda keramaiannya, sepi gitu. Yang nggak rame, yang nggak ada pengunjung.
For humanities, the animal is traditionally believed to be a symbol of freedom, intelligence, and strength. There are many things that are associated with the strength that horses have. However, just because horses are often identified with strength, is it right to make them do the work excessively? Is there anyone who cares about the well-being of draft horses? This woman is one of them. Karin Franken is co-founder of Jakarta Animal Aid Network. JAAN, as they commonly call it, is a non-profit organization which focuses on provisioning and rescuing troubled animals. She is promoting the Peduli Kuda Pekerja program, initiated by JAAN and herself. With JAAN, Karin works diligently and smartly in campaigning on domestic division programs, which concentrates on the well-being of draft horses. Today, Karin and her team are planned to inspect a location where some draft horses are said to be put into service.
Hello, the shelter. My name is Karin. I'm one of the co-founders of Jakarta Animal Aid Network. And this morning we're getting ready to go to Pulau Jahe to bring some donations for our program Peduli Kuda Pekerja. Okay, so we're getting ready to go to the location now, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so we have arrived at the location, and as you can see, this is the situation here. There's a lot of poverty. The horses are, most of them are quite skinny, and yeah, it's actually quite a sad situation here. And believe it or not, but it's much better than it used to be. But still, yeah, a lot needs to be done, and yeah, our support will be ongoing for education and trying to make a difference here. If you want to bring the carrots. We start here, yeah?
Karin can't turn a blind eye from the program she and the organization run. They have valid data that awareness on the part of the horse owners is still lacking. Many people in society who live with their draft horses don't understand about animal care and well-being.
Okay, some of the horses, they size-wise or weight-wise, they look quite okay, but some don't. So I always tell the guys here, so why is your horse so skinny and the horse of so and so is not, you know?
Itu obat ya?
Physical.
Soal parah aja minta obat nggak dikasih. Ini big-bignya apa tuh Pak?
Oh ya.
Yang disuntik juga susah.
Iya. Oh, tadinya di sini kan?
Ya, sini terus pindah ke sini.
Ini jidatnya masih ya? Ini kasihan ini. Jadi ini jidatnya.
Oh iya, di bawahnya juga.
Iya, itu luka.
Special attention is needed for those who use horses as part of their livelihood, such as what Indonesians call delman, to properly understand what kind of responsibilities they have as a horse owners. After plunging herself and observing directly into the field, many revelations came to the Dutch-born Indonesian citizen woman.
Today, our usual team, Dr. Mary and Adi, we run all the programs together. And then we also had two volunteers, Ibu Sam and Ibu Monique, who kindly brought many donations as well from themselves and from their friends. Some concerning things today. Some of the horses have skin issues. There's one horse with a wound on his forehead that was treated already 2 months ago, and he had an abscess on his forehead, and it was all cleared out. And today we discovered it's starting to infect again, and we don't really understand why. So we have some homework. We need to come again and do some medical treatments, which we will do in a couple of days from now. And so I think that's the biggest concern of today, is that some of the horses need medical treatment.
Karin works together with a vet who is also from Jaan, Dr. Mary. Every time she goes to a location, the doctor quickly do the screening. She analyzes which one needs treatment. When a horse is found to be in poor condition, she immediately takes some medical action.
Malnutrisi hampir banyak ya, karena memang mereka dietnya kurang. Karena di sini hanya pakannya rata-rata hanya rumput. Ada beberapa kasus kuda itu yang misalnya tadi kasus kuda yang ketusuk paku itu sudah mengering lukanya, kita juga kirimkan bantuan medis, obat-obatan. Terus juga banyak yang sakit kulit, dan tadi kita lihat beberapa keliling mereka hampir semuanya sudah membaik, sudah kering juga, tidak seperti luka basah seperti bulan lalu. Terus juga ada yang pincang, itu juga sudah cukup membaik. Tapi yang kita juga sangat apresiasi adalah kita sudah mulai jarang melihat kandang kuda yang punya paku menonjol gitu. Jadi dulu tuh sebelum kita rutin melakukan visit, penyebab kasus luka-luka di kuda-kuda delman ini adalah karena kandangnya itu banyak benda tajam, yaitu paku-paku yang sangat menonjol. Nah, ini kita lihat tadi tuh udah pada teman-teman pemilik kuda sudah mulai aware ya sama paku-pakunya. Paku-pakunya tadi itu udah diratain sama kayunya, jadi setidaknya itu sangat mengurangi resiko kuda-kuda ini luka karena mereka diikat sepanjang hari di dalam.
Yeah, I think over the years, especially the past 2 years, we have a lot of awareness amongst the people, you know, but not only the surroundings, yeah, but also obviously the people themselves, you know, the horse owners themselves. I think they are really growing in a positive way, and in a way that they are capable of, you know, because you cannot fix a problem instantly, right? You know, of course we want this place to look great, you know, and really super clean and with super healthy horses, but it doesn't work like that, you know, unfortunately. So it has to be in steps, and I think we are on the right direction. You know, we've made many steps already, so I'm happy about that. And sometimes it's hard because although there's a lot of improvements, still you see a lot of suffering, you know, and you don't like to see that, you know, because if you would look into my heart, I would love to rescue all of these horses, and if you can imagine, in Jakarta there are like maybe 25 or 26 similar places like this, you know, and all these horses are in need of care, and they could live such a better life, you know, but unfortunately they're not.
Karin remembers from their activities at the same location before, she and the team from Jaan had seen a horse in a very pitiful condition. By directly attending the location like this, Karin and the team are able to give the proper measure and decision to rescue the horse with permission from the owner.
You know, when we started coming to this place, there was this one horse that was like in the corner, you know, and this horse from head to toe had like this chronic skin disease, and he was really skinny. He had a tumor on his private parts, and he was just in a really bad shape, you know. So old age, his skin was just terrible, never seen anything like it, and he was just suffering. And we thought, you know, this horse is not going to last very long, you know, because he's really in terrible shape. So we started to negotiate with the owner, and eventually we were able to rescue him. And now he is like really healthy, and he has a big tummy. The only thing that he still has is some wounds here and there, and that's because his skin issue was so chronic that, you know, it pops up here, and then we treat it, and then it's okay, and then it pops up at a different location. But it's okay, we can manage it, and you know, he's not suffering anymore. He's happy, and so yeah. And yeah, he's at our shelter, and his name is Oliver, but we call him Ollie.
After checking out the horses, next is educating the coachman.
Ayo semua sebentar. Yuk.
Giving education and some information as well as reminder are very important during location visit like this. They also try not to lose track of the coachman, whether they are implementing what had been advised before. Karin and the team want to be closer not only with the coachman, but with their families too. We can't ignore the fact that life for the horse owners too is far from being well. In addition to taking care of draft horses through Peduli Kuda Pekerja program, Karin also seeks to help the lives of horse owner families by giving out regular donation.
We really care about these people as well, because we see in what kind of poverty they live, and you know, obviously we don't want to see this type of poverty. We wish everybody a much better life. I personally hope that one day these people will transition into another job, because this profession is not very good financially either, you know, because it's very uncertain, you know, their income. So hopefully one day we can transition them into another profession, and their life will improve, and you know, we don't have working horses anymore. But you know, obviously that's going to take a very long time, and until then, yeah, we'll just try to continue to educate. We'll continue to help, and especially for the horses, give medical care, etc.
Bukan kudanya aja, jadi kusir yang punya apa kudanya juga ada diperhatikan sama Jaan.
Today, we are visiting Jaan shelter and seeing the animals there. We met with Karin again. Before we talk, Karin asked us to follow her examining some dogs that are kept in the shelter.
Jan has two divisions. One is for domestic animals and the other division is for wildlife. Our activities for domestic are basically we rescue, rehabilitate and provide medical care for domestic animals. We have a number of programs and campaigns running. So rescue, we also have a program for the horses, for Peduli Kuda Pekerja. We have a campaign called Dog Meat Free Indonesia. And we also have a very active program called Animal Welfare Indonesia. And we always do this along with a lot of education because it's really, really needed to explain to the horse owners that it's really, really important to take really good care of your horse. It's important for the horse, obviously, for their welfare, but it's also important for them because these horses, you know, are their source of income, you know, and if you don't take good care of them, then they will also lose.
Jan Shelter was founded on this 5,000 square meters of land about 5 years ago. Karin is happy with the place, and so are the animals. There is a general, educational, as well as area to hang out with people. And then there is a clinic. They also have a couple of enclosure for rehabilitation and a special compartment for rescued horses, along with the paddocks for them outside.
This is Kevin, our latest rescue. Our team was going around checking locations, and then we found him laying in his where he was living, and he was unable to stand up, and he was really in terrible shape, and we really thought that he would not make it. He was severely dehydrated, the skin and bones, and he already gained 18 kilos, and he's still very skinny, as you can see. Because his skin disease was so chronic, he still has issues now, you know. So now it's here under his neck, you know, and then the vet will manage this wound, and then it will move to another part of his body, so it keeps on moving around. So yeah, but he gets all the medical care that he needs, and yeah, it's a shame that, you know, he cannot cure 100%, you know, but yeah, this is because of his past. You know, actually, when we rescue horses, what we don't want to do is we want to buy them, you know, because if we buy them, the people go out and buy another horse, and that's not the point, you know. We want them to see that what happened to their horses is wrong, and that these horses that we rescued, they were in such bad shape that we had to take them. But most of these horses came from an owner that now is not doing this profession anymore, you know, and that's what we would like to see. That if we take one of these horses, the owners have another opportunity to do something else, you know, and sort of cut the chain, you know, cut the cycle of the suffering. We are hoping that one day we can move and have a bigger place for the horses as well. Now they go out every morning, every afternoon. We have a paddock, but that's outside our facilities, and we hope that one day we can have a bigger shelter so the horses can roam freely more often and within our facilities.
Karin always takes the time to check on the animals in the shelter. Not only that, she also communicates with the animals here. Sometimes, she is seen taking pictures of the animals, which she then compile and post to social media. Jakarta Animal Aid Network also continues to spread awareness about draft horses and other programs.
For people who would like to help Jan or donate, all our details are on our social media. We are always in need of help, and in any form. It could be a donation, supporting our programs, but it can also be a donation in goods, like dog food, cat food, detergent, disinfectants, horse feed, anything. We're happy with anything. Rice. We also have a very active sponsor program. It's called Sponsor a Dog, Cat or Horse. And for only 150,000 you can sponsor a dog or a cat, and for 200,000 a month you can sponsor a horse. What you get in return is you get an email every single month with a picture of the animal that you sponsor and an update how your foster animal is doing. And so most of the sponsors so far, they're very happy. And we are obviously very happy because it allows us to take care of our animals with this kind of support. Jan has been running since 2008, February 2008, and actually this month we are 15 years old. It's our 15th anniversary, which is quite an accomplishment. All the things we have done over the years. We have literally rescued thousands of dogs. We don't have thousands of dogs at our shelter because our goal is every dog that is rescued, ideally they will get adopted. So we have adopted out many dogs as well, and that's obviously our goal, that every dog ends up with a loving and forever. Every single dog that is here or that has been with us, they all have a very tragic and shocking story. And if you look around, the dogs look great, they have full bellies. Some of them are even a little bit overweight, but obviously it was not like that when we rescued them, and they all have a really tragic story. One of our recent rescues is of a dog named Jenna. Jenna was actually, we did not plan to rescue any dog, but our team was investigating in Central Java. We have a team there that's investigating the dog meat trade over there. And while they were investigating, these people at a slaughterhouse were slaughtering dogs, and Jenna was the only dog left over there. She turned out to be the sweetest girl ever. She's super playful, and we're so happy that we were able to rescue her.
After checking the animals in the area, Karin again opened her computer and resuming her work. She has to finish many things today. She also assesses the documents about the animals from before and after they were being rescued by Jaan. The moment can be quite nostalgic for her. She can be proud of everything she has done so far. What an achievement from a woman who's been passionate about the world of animals since she was a little girl. Time for a short break for Karin. She is filling her free time by playing with nearby dogs in the shelter again. She doesn't forget to give some snacks while playing with them.
What is next? So we've been running for 15 years now, and I personally will keep on going until I cannot anymore. But yeah, I think we have a lot of plans within our domestic division. Education. Our education program is running really well. We're working together with the government, we're working together with national schools, with universities in Indonesia. So that's really amazing. Education is really good, very important, and for the long run is going to be very impactful. So we'll keep on doing that, we'll keep on running our programs. We're all very enthusiastic, we are driven to make a change, and we will not stop until there's change. So, but we never also forget to be grateful, because sometimes it's overwhelming, because there's so much abuse, neglect, and there's so many issues, that sometimes we forget that we have already accomplished a lot too. We have changed a lot too, and we should not forget that, because that's important, because that motivates us to keep on going. So yeah, I would like to say that we are all very grateful for all the collaborations and changes that have been made so far. So we're motivated to go for another 15 years or more.